Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kika and I am so excited about today's video. We are going to talk about something that is very dear to me, which is bullet journaling. I have been into bullet journaling on and off for 2 or 3 years, and I've tried out many different layouts and styles, and I think I finally sort of found what works for me. And I've just come to the conclusion that the more simple and minimalistic it is, the better it works for me, and then I would actually also keep on top of it. So this is definitely kind of my customization of it, and I just thought I'd show you what kind of pages I have in here. Okay, that was a dog out in the street. All right. So I just thought I'd show you what kind of pages I have in here and how I've set it up for this year. So I just got a new one, and yeah, I just hope this will be a nice and little relaxing and maybe inspiring little video. So grab a nice cup of something and sit back and relax, and let's geek out on stationery and bullet journaling. I've had many different bullet journals, and this year I actually bought this one in a shop called Flying Tiger. And the reason I bought this was because it's very thick, because I like to have a lot of space and a lot of, I don't know, I guess I write pretty big, so I need a lot of space and I go through them very fast. So I picked this up because it is so thick. I couldn't find it online, any link to buy it, but I've had the classic one from Loiter, not sure how you pronounce that, but I'll link that below. That one is really good, and obviously you can get many different types of bullet journals with the, I mean, all you need is like the dotted pages, and it also comes down to your preference. I'm the one, this kind of weird creepster in the paper shops. I go and kind of feel out the paper in all the notebooks because I'm very picky with how it should feel. So you might have to do that and just kind of find which one you like. Okay, let's open it. So on the first page, I just put a little sticker and then I wrote 2020 underneath. Nothing fancy, but just to remind myself that yes, in fact, it is 2020 already. And then on the first spread, I wrote my name, Kika's Diary, and try to make it a little bit decorative, and again put a sticker in here. Try to keep it very simple, and I think it's just nice to have your name there. I guess it reminds me a bit of childhood when you had your diary, and it was very important to put your name in there, and definitely to make sure that nobody will go and read all your secrets. And even though I don't really have secrets in this one, it's still nice to have your name there and kind of claim it that yes, this is in fact my journal. On the next page, I've just glued in a photo from, I'll show you this amazing book, which is called Flow Book for Paper Lovers. And this is, Flow is actually a magazine which is a lot about mindfulness and paper goodies and creativity, and there's tons of inspiration, and it's Dutch. I discovered it when I lived in Amsterdam, but they also have this book that comes out and it's only filled with pages of paper and stickers, and it's super good if you're into scrapbooking or bullet journaling. I'll put the link down below, but definitely check that out if you're like me and really like all kinds of aesthetic pages and papers. But all the photos, except for my own, that I'll show you that I have here in my bullet journal, and the stickers are from this book. Okay, so next up is the actual sort of proper bullet journaling spread, which is the future log. So I don't do the keys, I don't do the index, all that stuff I used to do, but I just found that I didn't really use it so much, so then I just thought like, I'd rather skip it. And the future log I've only done until September, because, as I said, I go through these bullet journals quite fast, so I just don't think I will have it for a whole year, so I just done it until September. And here I doodled a little Hello 2020. It has like a moon and star theme. I'm very into all kinds of celestial themes right now in my photography and also in my doodles, so I just try to make it quite nice and a bit fun. And here is a little random sticker of a sheep, because why not? Another interesting thing that I've noticed, I've always been a person who collects a lot of pretty papers and stickers and things and just kept them. Also these kind of washi tapes, these masking tapes. I have like so many of these. The ones I really prefer are these ones called MT washi masking tape, and then I also have some from Muji. But for the longest time, I wouldn't actually use them in anything. I always just thought I would save them for maybe the next notebook and the next project that, oh, I might need it someday. But now I've realized, like, no, if I have a sticker that is very nice, I should use it and put it in my notebook actually, and not hold on to it, and then it would just dust away in some old drawer. So I'm trying to get better at that and not hold on to things. I don't know where that fear comes from. It's a bit when you have a really nice dress and then you never wear it because you're waiting for that one special occasion, when actually, you know, life is here and now, so you should wear it now. Every day is a special occasion. Anyways, back to the bullet journaling. Okay, and then the first month, which is January, and this is probably very confusing. Why is it written with January with I? But that's because I speak Swedish, that's my mother tongue, but then I also use a lot of English, so it's like a mix, which is kind of weird, but yeah, that's the reason why, if you're wondering. Here I've experimented with different styles, and it will depend a little bit from month to month what mood I am in and how colorful I want to make it and what kind of illustrations. But now I just felt I want to keep it quite simple and minimalistic and just quite almost black and white the whole page. Here, before I used to do trackers of sleep and mood and all that kind of stuff, but I would always do it for a while and then I would kind of forget it, and then it would make me more stressed out and I felt bad for not keeping up with it. So now instead I've made it very simple. So I just track when I posted a YouTube video, and also similarly with Instagram when I've posted something, if I have any deadlines, and when I have done a workout, because I'm trying to get more consistent with working out and exercising. Okay, and then starts the weekly spreads. Here I've also tried out different layouts, but the one I definitely like the most and I feel is most just simple and also easy to draw out is just with these lines, and then I have the whole week in front of me and there's not too many details and clutter. I just like to keep it very simple and that I can draw the sort of next week very quickly if I need to. And here I just put in kind of deadlines and important things I want to remember. So this is the one that I found works best for me. Now before, in my bullet journals, I would always have my ideas pages and the ones that are called kind of brain dump pages in between the different months and weeks. But I actually found that that became pretty messy and made me more stressed out, and I couldn't find stuff and it became very cluttered very fast. So this year what I've done, like kind of in the middle, I've then put some washi tape here on the side, and here is what I call the section ideas. So here I put all of my ideas except for my photo sketches. My photo sketches I have a whole separate, where is it? A whole separate notebook for. And this is something I only started this year because I also found that it became too cluttered to have them pop up in between pages. And I just really like to have all my photo ideas in a separate notebook because then I can go back and refer to them. So maybe an idea that I get, but I can't execute it yet, then I can always go back and find ideas and inspiration in this photo sketchbook instead. And in here in my bullet journal, the ideas I have are more along ideas for videos or in general some content or something I want to say or maybe write. So here I just put all of that, and it just works, I think, better for me than having it tucked in between the different months. So every time I have an idea, I can just go down to this section and just write it. And also I don't have to worry about taking up too much space. I really, as you can see, use quite a lot of space very generously because I don't like when it gets like too crowded. Maybe that's because I'm Scandinavian and we like to have a lot of space around us. I don't know. Okay, let's talk a little bit about supplies. Now, I have an extensive collection of all kinds of pens and papers and stuff, but the ones that I've found that I use most for my bullet journal are these ones called Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen. So they have a really nice brush and come in so many nice colors. And what I like about them a lot is that they are not, they don't, what do you call it, bleed through the page. And you can still write on top of it, and I'll link those below here as well. The other ones I found really, really nice are these these are like proper bullet journal hype thing. I feel like in every bullet journal video I watch, they mention these, and they are called Tombow ABT. Don't know what ABT stands for, but Tombow. And I'll link them below as well. And they have two different sides. So one kind of a brush side and another one that is a little bit more narrow. Then for the black pens, I usually use these Muji ones. That is just a black kind of, what do you call this? Roller gel roller pen thingy. And also this one that is called the Pigma Micron. And I have it in the 0.4 and 0.5. I don't like so much when they're like too thin. I feel like my already quite bad handwriting looks even worse. Then I also just have a little stick of glue from Muji that I use to glue in whatever pages or papers I want in my little bullet journal. And then, as I also mentioned before, I have these washi tapes, masking tapes that I use to just, if I want to put one of my own photos in there or use it as a little highlighter for a section in my bullet journal. Another thing I really like to do is I print out my own photos. I just use, my printer is called Canon Pixma MG68 something, I can't remember exactly. But then I buy this photo paper and print out my own photos in this quite little format, small format. So it's almost like Polaroids, and then I can put those in my bullet journal as well and mix it with the photos that I find inspiring from other sources, like from the flow book or wherever, if I find it in a magazine, and then also my own work. Alright, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some maybe tips or some just ideas for your own bullet journal or journals in general. I'd be really curious to hear if this is something you're into or you've been thinking about starting it. And also, if you enjoyed this video and if this is something you'd like to see more of, then let me know in the comments below. If you would like to come and say hi and see some of my photos, then I'm over at Kutovakika on Instagram. Okay, I hope you have a nice evening or afternoon or morning or day, wherever in the world you are. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!
There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello, a bee in my bonnet, hello. There's a bee in my bonnet, hello, hello, a bee in my bonnet, hello.